they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street, they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Mayegun don't come. So my people make you laugh. Oh, yo, yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout. Oh, yo, yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses.
Hello there.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number 1.
So good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live.
Today, ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number 1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number 1.
Thank you so much for joining me. Remember, the first thing you do when you join is to like the broadcast. After that, right, then you share the broadcast. And then read the caption as well as the description of the broadcast. And then you can sit back and relax to enjoy it tonight. Facebook, they mad. So everyone who can't really like or share because you are watching on Facebook, I advise you, join us on YouTube. So tonight we are going to have same open mic, okay? So I'm going to open the line straight away. But just to get you into it, okay, I can start with some of these, trending news or, happenings. So I can share that with you, get you in the mood, and then you can phone in. The number is on the screen. If you are watching on Facebook or on YouTube, all you have to do is to grab your WhatsApp, okay, and dial. If you are dialing from outside the UK, just put it on +44. Oh, what's that again? Sorry, I'm going to read it out. It's a long one. So it is at the end of that scroll, all right, on your screen, and it is WhatsApp call only, just in case if you're trying. So +44 79 60 63 1010. Okay, so you can call in anytime, but just give me some minutes just to get everybody in the mood and we can get started. So if you have read the caption and if you have shared this broadcast, right, while we wait for others, again, share the broadcast.
Lórí Facebook,
the pressure.
And yes, we like you. Lórí YouTube, and yes, we like you. Oh, Baba de Wúrẹ́, and yes, we like you. Ijó Ìgbádìyẹ, and yes, we like you. President and yes, we like you. Gómìnà gbówó jẹ, and yes, we like you. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá, and yes, we like you. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin òwò.
I will tell you some few things about these pictures. But this was Abuja today.
And yes, we like you. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ Súràkì. And yes, we like you.
Thank you. So, good morning to you once again. Good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun live. Today makes it 62 days after the conduct of that charade called elections in Nigeria. And their constitution says the election petition tribunal must attend to all cases that has to do with the election, right? Within 180 days by law. Anyway, today is day 62, and they keep shifting and changing when they are going to start. But we'll come back to that. Call your president-elect. As it's the ground running in the sense that those who you can call, right, the element of the establishment, so is now the rallying block for the Nigeria politicians, career politicians, the real establishment, the cankerworms, the scavengers that come from all parts of Nigeria. It doesn't really matter anymore. Because in Nigeria politics, it is winner takes it all. So as the status quo says, Tinubu is your president-elect. Automatically, the road lead to Tinubu's house. And because of this, we are beginning to see sentiments like the Igbos. They made a mistake for Peter Obi running for office. Peter Obi has ruined the chance of and the chances of Igbos in being treated equally in Nigeria because of Peter Obi. But according to them, it is not still too late for Peter Obi to withdraw his court case for the sake of the Igbos, or else Igbos will not have anything to benefit from Nigeria under Tinubu. So the sentiment is coming back. I am not here to explain the sentiment to you, whether it is good or if it is not good. You will be the judge by the time I kind of round this up. Don't mind me, I may be going here, going there. They follow me. So the new propaganda that is out now is that election has come and gone, and there is no point in that Peter Obi has done enough damages already to the Igbos, and the Igbos' chances in Nigeria. His done enough damages already, but he can still stop. Challenging the rigged election is not in the interest of the Igbos, according to these voices that I'm beginning to hear from now. And I have seen that before. According to them, in 8 years, because Igbos decided to support Jonathan and not Buhari, the Igbos have now suffered in Nigeria. And the rest of Nigeria, which happened to be the 97% according to Buhari, they enjoyed while the Igbos suffered, according to these Igbo politicians. You know that is not true, Abi? Okay, I haven't even gone far. You know it is not true, Abi? Okay. But we need to make those who are buying into their usual move on, the usual Nigeria establishment, where you have no idea who and who is part and parcel of the establishment. A lot of you believe that just the politicians, but this is where I come in, breaking this whole thing down so that when you come across them, no matter how convincing they sound to you, they are just bollocks, BS, something you call BS. And they are going to be coming from the people that you would ordinarily have some respect for. But let's start with this. The Igbos have to build bridges before the rest of Nigeria can trust them. Let me ask you one quick question. Now, this is not to judge you if you are watching, wherever you're watching from right now. It is not to judge you, okay? It is just to get you to start thinking, okay? How many times, even if you are Igbo, how many times have you heard that Igbos will never be allowed to be president of Nigeria in your lifetime? How many times have you heard that? Have you heard that before? Whether you are Igbo, whether you're not Igbo, how many times have you heard that Igbos will never be president in Nigeria before? It's unwritten. Okay. Then, how many times have you heard that the Igbos must build bridges with the rest of Nigeria before they can be trusted in that one Nigeria? How many times have you heard that? How many times, you listening to me right now, how many times have you said it yourself? Whether you are Igbo or you are not Igbo, how many times have you said it? Whether just freely or like, Igbos can never be president in this country. Okay. Now, Jonathan became president of Nigeria after the death of Yaradua. Okay. And he automatically, right, inherited the northern fanatics' political careers and their followers. So, like, it became instant enemy to them, simply because, according to this your establishment, your criminal politicians in Nigeria, everyone that comes from after the second Niger bridge is Igbo. Even if you have the Niger Delta there, I mean, like you have the Joy, Shekiri, Urobo, and the rest, right? Everyone is Igbo. And being an Igbo is completely unacceptable. It is unwritten, but every Nigerian, I'm not talking about those who are living in denial, knows that. So Jonathan inherited that. And in 2015, where the divisive politics of APC actually took a root in Nigeria, Jonathan was demonized, even hated more, because the career criminal politicians from northern Nigeria presented him as Igbo. Being an Igbo in Nigeria is like wearing this tag of, you can do anything you want to me and there will be no consequences. Do you get that? So I'm a Yoruba man. Generally, when you meet the bigoted Yorubas who are supposed to be the same Nigerians, so listen to this, they won't agree that Nigeria should break up. And at the same time, me as a Yoruba man, talking about the Igbos in this way, I am considered to the bigoted ones, and they are very few, they are not many, but they are very few and they are the loudest. So Yorubas, I am more or less like a betrayer. Why are you defending the Igbos in Nigeria? Are you not a Yoruba man? Are you supposed to be talking like this? And that's the typical Nigerian. So being an Igbo is like, you know your limitation. If your mama be Igbo and your papa is from somewhere else, you also know your limitation in Nigeria. If your papa na Igbo and your mama is from elsewhere, well, maybe you'll be lucky because, well, you belong to your father. And I've not heard anyone who is of a non-Igbo mother, born to Igbo family,
in any way discriminated against. I haven't seen that. But back to the real politics here, right? Where they kind of get everyone played, or people actually get themselves played. So I am not expected to speak so good of the Igbos. According to them, if you speak about the injustice, that is a betrayal of your own tribe. And when you tell them, how about we all kind of respect this territorial and all these boundaries and just break up Nigeria, then they will scream again. Oh, you want to cause war in Nigeria. You want Nigeria to fight to Abi, this, and then it's pretty much like confusion. But here is where the confusion comes from. Bokwari became president of Nigeria. And when he was asked that this country is so divided now after this election showed that Nigeria is headed for a total breakup if nothing is done. What is your plan in uniting the country and bringing everybody together? This was a question asked Bokwari in Washington, D.C. in America, few months when he took over power. And he said, you cannot expect him to treat the people that gave him 97% of their votes same way he is going to treat people that gave him 5%. He was referring to the people of Eastern Nigeria. Excuse me, the Igbos. That's the president of the whole Nigeria now. And he said this at an international stage. He said it publicly, no regrets. So the people who are from the Tinubu's camp, the xenophobic Lagos Abobaku APC, they defended him. They say, hey, now, the Igbos don't know how to play politics. The Igbos are always they are going to continue to suffer in Nigeria because they don't know how to play politics. I guess not knowing how to play that politics, they supported Jonathan, right? Instead of Bokwari. Therefore, they will get nothing. Now, for 8 solid years, you would then think, when they say the poverty capital, Nigeria is poverty capital of the world, you would think the Igbos are number 1, the poorest in Nigeria, because they didn't support APC, remember? Or Buhari. When they talk about the terrorist capital of the world, you will think the Boko Haram, the ISWAP, all of these people, they are actually domiciled in Eastern Nigeria. Do you understand? When they talk about economic Nigeria enter recession, you will think, the Igbo region or the Biafra region, they are going to be the only place they have economic recession. The rest of Nigeria, yafun, they are baladoing. That's what you think. That, because the Igbo, so they didn't know how to play politics, so Nigeria have nearly 50% unemployed people. Guess what? This 50%, they are from Igbo region. The rest of Nigeria are gainfully employed. Young people are employed. Schools are opened. Do you know? When they locked the school for 8 solid months, now only the Igbo schools then lock. The rest of Nigeria, they were going to school. That's what you think. But what they are saying, Shemeka tell you, is that because the APC, Egbekegbe, didn't win the eastern region of Nigeria, the politicians there, they won't have choice to pick which choice of appointment they want. Shay, are you listening? The Igbo contractors, government contractors, they won't be able to choose government contract, federal government contract, that they can also shop money because the Igbos didn't vote for APC. All of them who are always filling the federal appointment with their children, when you are fighting to become pano firefighter, they want to employ Nigeria firefighter. They don't get truck for firefighting, but they are employing. We are going to employ 10,000 people into Nigeria firefighter pano, and you will see 2 million Nigerians unemployed applied. They will come, they climb fence, everything now. You know, they say they are looking for police recruits. people to join police. You will see graduate, everybody, they will be running, fighting, bribing to join police so that they can get something to do. Unemployed. We are looking for people to join civil defense. You will be seeing that. But when they say they are looking for people to join Central Bank of Nigeria, to join NNPC, to join waiting you get again, all this your top stuff. You won't even see it in the newspapers job announcement. Their children, the children of politicians, the children of government contractors, they will be the one to take the job. So they share them according to political slots. Are you with me? So the Igbo politicians, the Igbo elites, they want to ride on a free ride that they sold during Boko Haram time. The Igbos suffered under Boko Haram. No, Nigeria suffered under Boko Haram. And guess what? The poorest states in Nigeria are in northern Nigeria, northern part of Nigeria where Boko Haram comes from. Is the poorest region, is the poorest state. The largest number of poor people in Nigeria, they are mostly in northern Nigeria, not in Igbo land. Now, that's a fact. This is not like, So what I'm trying to say to you is this. Tinubu don't rig. They don't kill people. They have attacked people. They have profiled people. The whole thing has cast a shadow of illegitimacy on Tinubu. Now, the Igbo politicians, royal fathers, elite, contractors, businessmen and women, they are now mounting pressure on Obi. Obi, don't let Igbo suffer so that Igbos can benefit from Tinubu's government. Ask them, waiting the northern Nigeria benefited from the Boko Haram's government other than poverty and terrorism? What? Tell me now, Abi. 8 years of Boko Haram. Boko Haram built the second Niger bridge. Second Niger bridge kill you there. Una don't drive on them now, Abi. But it's almost completed. But I thought you don't commission them. Eastern region, oil producing region of Nigeria. Abia producing oil. Imo producing oil. 2 oil producing states in Eastern Nigeria. Yet, 8 years of APC is because they are 5%. So don't let anybody boo you with that, because their politicians are currently on a steroid. It's like, propaganda on a steroid. They are those who have not benefited. They are those who have become inconsequential. There are Igbos in APC. Then we start to Igbos stay APC. Lawyer. Every time they speak, they say, our life is in danger because we support APC. But what is their compensation? Wetin Obi won't take deny the Igbos who have dedicated their lives in APC. Now, you will be saying be Igbo. You have said it freely. So there are some of you who have said it freely. Igbos don't know how to play politics. But what about the Igbos in APC? They no be human beings. The last time I asked, I said, the Igbos that are in APC, you have Igbo senator, you have Igbo APC governor, you have Igbo APC lawmaker, you have Igbo House of Assembly, you have Igbo everywhere who are APC members. They no be human beings. Like every time they leave all of them, like they no matter, and they are going after people where they say no show interest in them. How do you, with the Igbo, with the APC, how do you feel? I will continue to ask you that. So it's going to be an open mic. Maybe you wanna go tell me a lot tonight. So yeah, thank you very much, Olori Charity Oshunlajama. Thank you, ma, for that. I also got something from Opuene Charles. Opuene Charles, thank you. I got one again. I think earlier. All these are my super chats on on YouTube. I got from Emma Trillion. Thank you. Anyway, today, as much as a lot of you are very confident that something is going to happen, they will not swear, or they're not go swear for Kolu on May 29. The politicians don't think like that. It is all about their interest. And that is why they are now saying, if Obi continue to threaten Tinubu's government with court case, it will further make the interested Igbos who won't go do their own shop by shop. It will make it difficult for them. And that is not good. So you're going to begin to see, Igbos and non-Igbos who are going to be talking more about, like, see, they care for Igbos. Ask, what's happened to those where Buhari care for, the 97%? That 97% of Yoruba land is part of that, Southwest Nigeria. Sure, you know. And today, when you talk about the poverty ratio in Nigeria, Yorubas are falling deeper into poverty. Yes, the unemployment that we talk about every now and then, the Yorubas, sons and daughters who are graduates, educated, and the rest, jobless for years now. And the number continue to increase. A lot are actually, they prefer to japa these days. Sure, you get. So we're supposed to be part of the 97%. But look at us today. We are now paying ransom to terrorists in Yoruba land. Yes. We are now we are now being chased away from our own land in Yoruba land. All because APC, Egbekegbese, will be part of the 97%. So I'm just saying this, but let's go to Abuja, where Kolu, prayed today in Abuja Mosque. So look at him. I don't big up. See him. Tinubu don't fat. Like, maybe all of you, they look, but somehow I can't look like, say, Bokwari can't they look funny again. She can be like, say, but he look fresher and all that. So some of them are now saying that, wait for Kolu in another few months. It go fresher past Bokwari, whatever. So look at them today in Abuja Mosque, where Bokwari said the opposition in Nigeria, they lost because of overconfidence. They say all of una now overconfidence, kill una, the opposition, and then you didn't plan well, okay? But when you look at, when you look behind the two of them, you see Gbajabiamila, you see Gandola. So you know the character, yeah? Look at this one. See, behind him, you see Gbajabiamila. Then you see the other guy is the leader of the house, okay? That guy is the guy that killed 15 people because they won't vote for him during this last election. Remember the House of Rep member that got arrested? Leader of the house that got arrested for killing 15 people. He himself shot and killed 3 people. Voters, so civilian, in his own constituency. He was arrested. He was arrested for murder. Now, he is standing for trial for murder, but then declare him winner of election. Anyway, the same election that he killed 15 people for. Sure you get. So they declared him winner. And that is same with, the president-elect and all that. So it's your turn to show them shaggy. And as politicians, as you know them, as some of them are winding down, others are trying to look for job. So Werewike is one of them. Sure you get. So it was at Bokwari's, it was at Tinubu's defense house where Tinubu had to stay for the next few weeks before he will now move into the villa when they swear for him on May 29, when they inaugurate him. So something that a lot of people believe that, no, it's not going to happen. Hello, we are talking about Nigeria. So it's kind of funny when some of you are relying on the same Nigeria court, the same lawless Nigeria to stop the criminality perpetuated, which is like state-sponsored criminality. So I'm on your side, though. But the truth is this. If you are counting on their court to stop him, anyway, I am not counting on that. Sure you get. So they are there with him today. Look at them.
Thank you very much.
Did you see Wiki doing like that? Eh? You know what I mean? Like, that is what he paid. I mean, that's what he signed up for. I told you since last year. The offer was Wiki needs immunity. Immunity from arrest, prosecution, for all his time as governor of Rivers State. And with the options that are available, Atiku go send down to jail even before inauguration day. Atiku, they go down draft in everything like Dino told him. So Atiku was a no-no. And to him, Obi didn't have what it takes to defeat the establishment in Nigeria. That's what he said, though. So he signed a deal. They gave him, what do you want? I want immunity. Everything where I steal for Rivers State, everything where I do, Koda Shegbe, Your Excellency. Okay, granted. What did you do now? What did you do? You stole money. You kill people. You commit genocide. We can take care of that for you as long as you can give us 25%. 25% was what Wike promised them. Only for him to rig, saute, even the APC people no fit celebrate him. So that's him. Look at him there. Tony, like trying to be Mr. Hey, how are you? Mr. President. So after that, he spoke. Thank
you very much.
I came here to basically pay homage to the president-elect and to let him know that, elections are over. This is governance, and we will do our best, to give him support for good governance of Nigeria.
Elections have come and gone. The winner has emerged, and therefore it is necessary for all Nigerians to rally around to give him the necessary support for the interests of Nigeria. And everybody is expecting, everyone can't wait till May 29th to see that the president has been inaugurated, and then from there he kicked the ground rolling to make sure that Nigerians get what they expect. I'm confident that he has what it takes to turn Nigeria around.
Because he's going to become a minister. Are you hearing me? From the fillers, they will give Werewike minister. If they announce ministers, they no announce Wike, I can promise you one thing, it will be on the run before the inauguration date that everybody is talking. So this is going to be part of the dramas that you should look out for. Here you get. From the fillers, they said that Gbajabiamila, between Gbajabiamila and Faleke. So Gbajabiamila will leave the House of Representatives and become the chief of staff. So Tinubu, which is going to be like the de facto president. Okay? So, and a few other people that they have been kind of mentioning, including El Rufaya, Kaduna Littlefinger. Kaduna Littlefinger is being purported, don't take my word for it too, it's been purported as well that he is either going to be your Minister of Defense or Secretary to the Government of the Federation, SGF. Don't take my word for it. So these are just names that are now popping out. Everybody is now going there to go and try and see what can they get, what will be their own, and all of that. While you are waiting on the tribunal, that for no reason, nobody even understand why they can't say when they want to start their case. It's part of the old drill. The last time, it took them 100, in 2019, it took them 179 days. No, sorry, 179 days to conclude the first stage, the tribunal court of appeal, to conclude that. Then it took them 226 days, 226. That's how long it took the Supreme Court to finally decide on the 2019 elections. Meanwhile, their law says they must conclude all election matters within 180 days. So that's part where they know that Kolu will eventually have to get himself sworn in. So everybody's just like, yeah, let's go there and look for our own appointment. So the governors met, and after that, they went on to go and see Kolu. And these are others too. Listen to them. Everybody should rally around the president-elect. Everybody should work together and make Nigeria great. Everybody will die during the old charade. They don't die. Those ones don't die with that. All the ones will be sitting and lock up. The politicians told the police to lock up. Yeah, those ones are locked up until the next election. Anything will happen to you in Nigeria election, you are on your own. They don't fight for appointments now. And from fighting for appointment, that is how they are going to turn Tinubu's fight to their own fight. What does that mean? Now, that Obi is in court, Atiku is in court. It's not just a threat to Tinubu anymore. It is now going to be a threat to all these Alibaba and 40 thieves. Sure you get. Everybody won't collect something, and they don't want to wake up tomorrow. And they will say, do you hear me? Betiton. Say food don't finish, court don't talk, say Tinubu no win. So they are now going to turn it into their fight. And let me tell you something, Boromi Deleru. The people that they call the Boromi Deleru. People will be say they just hear about something and they will turn them to their own. The way they will fight, you go think at them, go get the fight in it. And in this case, that is what actually built the establishment. Those who are going to be doing the insider trading, you call them billionaires in Nigeria. They give themselves info and all of that about deals and all that. They commit all manner of financial criminality, but they are part of the establishment that they can always get away with it under the radar. Are you with me? Pastors, imam, royal fathers, chief, and the rest of all those people you are likely going to have one or two respect for, they are part of the establishment, and they are those who are going to use everything within, every tool in the arsenal to shut down anybody who go stop them from shopping. I'm telling you. And it is so huge that according to them, it's like a ritual. They didn't see you, the obedient, coming. Because they didn't see you coming, they want you to do like others have been doing. Move on. So that's going to be their fight now. So all of you are going to be out there. We need our mandate bar. You shouldn't think you are actually now fighting Kolu. You will be fighting the establishment beyond what some of you can indeed. So they are going to do a lot to wear you out until a lot of you will just be like, come on, I'm tired. Now, here is the other part of those governors who are with him. Listen to them. We have to come together and move on.
President-elect was magnanimous in expressing his thoughts in the Renewed Hope Manifesto. He told the world what he's promising. He had been on campaign trails across the country, and he has expatiated on that. So, President Asuaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu has offered renewed hope for the nation, and I believe we will see more of it.
Some senators who were part of the meeting appealed to all Nigerians to give the incoming administration a chance.
We should pray, and we should cooperate with the government and wish the government well, so that the government, I know the government has very, very good intentions, fantastic intentions to uplift the lives of the people of this country, to bring unprecedented development.
I think the courts are in a position to decide, but I don't think it's a problem. Nigerians have a right to go to court, and the courts also have a right to, independence of the government.
The issue of the leadership of the 10th National Assembly again came to the fore.
The leadership of the party, working with Mr. President-elect, will direct as they think is to the best interest of not only the country, the government, and indeed our great party.
First of all, it's been zoned. It had to be zoned. When it's zoned, then you go from there. That's what happens. Once it's zoned, then look at who are you zoning it to. The person must be very loyal to the person that is in charge. He must know who he picks must be someone that relies to him.
The meeting, which lasted for a few hours, was attended by the Vice President-elect, Senator Kashim Shettima, and other APC stalwarts. Optimistic.
You get that? That is how power works. Once they, because the whole thing is already planned and it's working according